Ethics in the workplace. Slide 1. Ethics in the workplace, Rose Helmer. Slide 2. What is ethics? Ethical standards for psychologists are set into place to enforce rules of conduct. These standards are broadly set into place so that they can apply to psychologists in various fields of psychology studies. American Psychological Association, 2018. The preamble and general principles are not considered to be enforceable rules, but they should be utilized to an extent for psychologists to come to a decision that is considered to be ethically and morally sound. These also include being able to research and apply, all while keeping values, rules, and regulations and rules of conduct honored. Slide 3. Importance of ethics. Provides guidance, making decisions for professional behavior, builds professional and scientific work, protecting individual welfare, making informed judgments. Ethical importance is key to making sound judgments in any situation where a decision has to be made to resolve any issue, whether it is a current issue, a rising issue, or it is just being addressed in a plan to be proactive in avoiding it occurring. The importance of ethics is being able to provide the proper guidance for the individual. American Psychological Association, 2018. For example, when making a decision for a specific situation, a psychologist needs to look further into not only what ethics codes may apply, but also what laws are applicable as well. Doing so will ensure that the commitment to uphold professional knowledge of one's behavior, understanding of individuals in turn leading to improving of society, the organization, and the individuals. Keeping and abiding by the ethical codes set forth will ensure that psychologists have continuity in the building of their professional and scientific work. American Psychological Association, 2018. The main goal of ethics is to have the welfare and protection of the individual at the center of the decision. Slide 4. Ethical dilemma, conflict of interest. Impairs judgment, objective, incompetence, ineffective, exposes person's organization. Under Ethical Principles of Psychology and Code of Conduct, Section 3.06, Human Relations before taking on any client or situation, a psychologist must be attentive as soon as they realize that there is a conflict of interest and are too close to the situation. American Psychological Association, 2018. Psychologists are required to abide by refraining from stepping into a professional role that could potentially conflict with, but not limited to, personal, scientific, professional, legal, financial, or other types of relationships that could pose a threat by impairing their judgment, more specifically causing the inability to be objective when faced with decisions to be made, incompetence arising, and essentially decisions, judgments, and job requirements and solutions become ineffective. If a conflict of interest occurs, it poses a risk of exposing both the client and the organization. American Psychological Association, 2018. Slide 5. Advantages and disadvantages, conflict of interest. Causes discord within the organization, potential harassment, allows pinpointing of certain personalities, promotion versus termination. Within conflict of interest, there are both disadvantages and advantages. Within the organization, there must be compromise of some sort or disagreements will arise. However, not all disagreements are or have to be conflicts. If compromise cannot be reached, that alone may hold the risk of discord among not only the workers but the company as a whole. If issues are not able to be resolved, there is a risk then of the surrounding environment being tense and not workable. Peers may begin to feel bullied, taken advantage of, see it as favoritism, or more importantly, associates may begin looking for other places of employment or performing poorly. Ash Edmonds, 2018. The advantages of having somewhat of a conflict of interest within a company or people is to allow pinpointing of specific personality types and determining who holds the ability to control conflict and work through it to ensure that if promotion is going to occur, that the highest potential employees or individuals are placed into position. This may even be able to determine who receives a promotion, but also may be grounds for promotion. Ash Edmonds, 2018. Slide 6. Resolving ethical disagreements. Identify, apply, decide, course of action, evaluate course of action, implement course of action. When resolving ethical issues or dilemmas, it is important that certain steps are being taken in order to ensure that at the final stages, a resolution is able to be reached, interacting with those individuals that are involved. For example, professional versus client. Allows for a rapport to be built within ethical standards. It is key to have those directly involved with the issue at hand so that a fair resolution is found and everyone involved is given the respect, mentally and emotionally, that they are entitled to. Having an open communication line and being transparent is important as it allows for body language to be seen as well as in personal meetings. The Human Givens Institute, 2016. Secondly, being able to define what the problem is significant before resolving the issue is attempted. Being able to take a step back and asking probing questions, gathering basic information, and having the ability to observe is of key importance. Lastly, coming to a solution to the problem is what the main focus is. Asking probing questions and gathering information will allow for different resolutions to be determined and then worked through. When said options are weighed in, it then allows for a plan of actions to be set into place and goals to be met. With strategy implemented, it allows for the client/professional to weigh the pros and cons and be able to seek out the path best suited for the specific situation. The Human Givens Institute, 2016. Slide 7. Conclusion. To ensure that laws, morals, and regulations are kept at the center of every decision made for clients and professional personnel, ethics needs to be implemented at all times. For example, conflict of interest or violation of laws holds a potential risk for exposure of the company or professional or harm for the client. The importance of ethics is to ensure that the work environment, the employees, and the clients are protected and are receiving and providing the best care possible.